Congressman Peter King from New York. He is the chairman of the House Subcommittee on Counterterrorism, former chairman of the Homeland Security of America, and he's on the Intelligence Committee for the House as well. He is here to speak about the upcoming Prime Minister of Israel's visit and the subject of Iran, and his thoughts on the subject at the moment as it seems to be evolving every single day.
You know, first of all, it's great to be here. Thank you very much. It's a privilege for me to be able to speak to you, and I can't emphasize enough how much we're looking forward to Bibi Netanyahu's visit. I know there's different stories come out of the media. I don't know where they manufacture them and who's behind it, but I can tell you I've never seen such an enthusiastic response, not just from Republicans who strongly support Prime Minister Netanyahu's positions, but also from many Democrats, rank-and-file people, certainly in the Jewish community. People stop me to talk about it. And there's also a certain resentment about people taking shots at our closest ally. I mean, this is, I can't imagine, I can't remember any other instance where you had a closest ally come to speak with us, or any close ally at all, and to have people reacting the way they are. So to me, it's important for us as Americans, because we are now in the final weeks before a possible agreement with Iran. And there's nobody, I think, who is more qualified to discuss this proposed agreement or the possibility of an agreement than the Prime Minister of Israel, because all of our survival is threatened by Iran. But you guys are right in that neighborhood. You feel it more than any of us. But again, it's something that, yes, it affects Israel, but it affects the entire world. But no one would have a greater knowledge of it than the Israelis.
Apparently, there's a report out that Russia is going to be supplying 2,500 anti-aircraft missiles to Iran as part of this upcoming terrible deal that the president seems to be concocting. So, what are your thoughts about Russia and this whole Iran situation as well? They don't seem to be helping out Israel. That's a major deterrent against any strike by Israel. Yeah,
well, first we have to see the entire agreement, proposed agreement, or whatever they finally agree on before I would comment, other than to say I have real concerns that how we can trust Iran on anything. If you're relying on the Russians to somehow be an honest broker or being part of the overall arrangement, I'm extremely skeptical of that. And that's why, to me, it's so important to have the Israeli Prime Minister and others, but probably no one more important than he, to come and tell us what the objections are, what we should be looking for, what we should be making sure doesn't go into the agreement. And again, the issue you raised with about Russia, that obviously is something that would cause great concern over here.
Well, it seems they're jockeying, China, Russia, they're jockeying for friendship with Iran as part of this agreement. So Israel, again, is the big loser, and of course America. But it seems that it's so far along that can something be done in Congress to stop it? Because it seems like it's going to unfold any day.
Well, that is going to be the issue. I mean, March 24th is the deadline. What role the Senate's going to play? I would believe that the Senate should be in a position where they have to ratify it, and if not, then find ways, if the majority is opposed to it, to find ways to defund it or put a mechanism in place so they can't be enforced. Now, again, it may turn out to be a good agreement. Right now, I'm very skeptical of that, though. And again, that's why I would think that the president and Democratic leaders would welcome Prime Minister Netanyahu coming in to have a dialogue. So if he does have legitimate objections, if he does have questions to be raised, then raise them at this national level so we can get this resolved. So rather than have the president come to an agreement with Iran, which we believe is bad, and then we have all the backlash from that after March 24th. So I'm very dubious about those people who are so opposed to Bibi Netanyahu coming here prior to the Iranian agreement.
So you would encourage all congressmen to attend the special session?
I would encourage all congressmen, all senators, and the vice president to be at the speech.
We certainly hope the vice president hears this and changes his mind, but at the moment he's already flying somewhere else apparently.
Yeah, I know. And also, I don't know why we have this whole grudging attitude toward such a close ally. I mean, this is Again, this defies all rules of diplomacy and power politics, even, if you will, because it's hard enough for us to find allies. It's hard enough for the Israelis to find allies. We find each other. We work together. You've had this bipartisan relationship over the years. And now to have people try to undo that, to me, is just wrong. And also, as a constitutional matter, the Congress is a co-equal branch of government, and we have the absolute right to invite anyone. And I could see there being a controversy if we invited an enemy. But to invite perhaps our closest friend and have this type of backlash, to me, is really politics at its worst.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.